My dear friend, I am Vijay Kumar Pal, an author. Very happy new year of 226. May God bless you for the wealthy, healthy, and the prosperous life without any disease. And those all which are living on this earth may be blessed with the plenty of wealth, plenty of resources, plenty of brain, dignity, and plenty of holiness or plenty of gentleness, and all those which are following the Quran and its verses and are trying to kill the non-Muslim throughout the year 226 may may the Kafir International Army can neutralize all the Islamic terrorists, which is by birth are the terrorists if they are reading the Quran and its verses and playing accordingly or doing accordingly and playing victim card when they were they were the they were under stress of the armies and the rules of the India or the world, or they are being killed as a they were the Islamic demon. The people of the Islamic countries are playing the victim card in the killing of the non-Muslim, killing of the killing of the terrorist, Islamic terrorist in the Gaza and in India, in Bangladesh and Pakistan, as well as the non-Islamic countries where the Muslims are killed due to their atrocity against the non-Muslims, which is known as the Islam, which is a certified terrorism to the society. So this year 226 is the abrogate the Quranic verses which are dangerous, or ban the Quran and ban the Islam. So today I will discuss about the chapter 3, that is Al-Imran of the Quran, 1 to 20 verses only. So we must read the book. The Quran chapter 3, Family of Imran, Al-Imran. In the name of God, the gracious, the merciful. In the name of Allah. These Maulana is so clever that they now Allah converted as a God. So they are disguising the reality, cruelty of Allah and convert it into a God. Means God of all. That is the Sanatana Vedic Dharma Iswar, and the Jews God and the Christians God. So these are so cunning that they cannot digest the brutality and cruelty of the Islam or the so-called Paigambar or the Prophet Muhammad, and they are now disguising the name of Allah and converted as a God in their translation from Arabic to English. This is the cunningness of Islamic scholars. But they cannot save the Islam and they cannot save the Quranic verses, and we cannot check us to expose the reality of the Islam, which is very, very dangerous to the society or the civil society. So first, Allah, there is no Allah but He, the living, the eternal. Allah, you well aware that Allah is a fallacy. Allah is nothing, but Allah was created by Muhammad. Because some certain regions that there is no Allah at all, because in the Quranic verses Allah stated that earth is static and the sun moving around the earth for the change day and night repeatedly, but Allah does not know that earth is moving on its axis and also around the sun, which make a year and moving on the axis in 24 hours less some second, 24 hours a day and night. So Allah is not good, but He is cruel. He is not living. He is factual Allah or eternal. If Allah is not present, then what use of that eternity? There is no Allah at all. Third, He sent down you to the book with the truth, confirming that what come before it, and he sent down the Torah and the Gospel. Here in this verse it has been stated that a book, that is the Quran, sent down with truth. Conferring what before he sent down also Torah and Gospel. Means Allah is unanimously a creator of this world, and Torah and Gospel means Bible also sent down from this Allah. If Bible and Torah might be sent down or would be sent down by this Allah, that the name of the Allah, Quran and Muhammad must be in these books. But there is no description of the Allah, Quran and Muhammad in these books. It means Muhammad was a greatest liar of this earth as a self-proclaimed prophet, though his tasks were not a good person, but his tasks resemble to the killers, the rapists, or resemble to the Dawood Ibrahim, resemble to the vagabonds or the goons. So Islamic prophet is a goons of the hooliganism. And this book not sent by any Allah, because I have revealed in the first verse that Allah was only a fallacy. There is no Allah at all. Fourth, after a for time as guidance for mankind, he sent down the criterion. Those who have rejected Allah's sign will have a severe punishment. Allah is mighty, able to take revenge. Here is, those are the non-believers, that is the non-Muslims, including Hindus, Jews and Christian majorly, that who reject the Allah. Yes, I reject the Allah because there is no Allah. Rejection or selection is subjectively when a object or the person or living thing or non-living thing have exist in this world, but where Allah has no existence is in this world, so Allah cannot give us punishment. Allah is not capable to punishment to everybody, because Allah is nothing, and Allah is not able to take revenge, because there is no Allah at all. Nothing is hidden from Allah on earth or in the heaven. This fifth verse. But according to the science, everything hidden from this Allah, because Allah does not know how the movement of the earth and what type of the earth. Allah stated in the Quran that earth is a bed sheet like or the paper like, and the mountains were placed by Allah on the upper layer of the earth to avoid any wipeout or any thunderstorm can unstable to this earth. But this is not the good. This is not correct. Mountains was created from the collision of the tectonic plates, major 6 or 7 plates, and more than 20 tectonic plates, excluding these 6 major plates and 14 minor plates. And the earth and the mountain is the resultant of the collision of the 2 tectonic plates. By the pressure, some part of the earth goes to higher and some part to the depth. That is known as the mountains, and depth is known as the sea or the lake or the water bodies. It is who forms in the womb as he wills. There is no God except Allah, the Almighty, the Wise. Allah, when there is no Allah, that there no question arise to forms you the man in womb, because many animals or the unicellular animals having the male and female in the same body, and is paramecium, Euglena amoeba, and some annelids are having the same body, means the genital organ of the female and male exists in same body as the earthworm. So Allah is nothing. He is a totally stupid. It is who he revealed you the book I have earlier told that Allah cannot reveal any book. Some of its verses are definite, they are foundation of the book. Some of books are the definite. Means the creation is six days. This is false. So this is not definite. This is the stupidity with the fallacy of the Allah. Others are unspecific and others are unspecific. Everything is unspecific by this Allah because there is no Allah. So no question arises specific or unspecific by any Allah who is the fallacy. As for those in whose hearts in deviation, means the non-Muslims, they follow the unspecific part, seeking dissent and seeking drive on interpretation. But none knows its interpretation except Allah. And those firmly rooted in knowledge say we believe in it is all from our Allah, but none recollects except those with understanding. Here is everybody know that which have the knowledge or having the knowledge that the intelligent person is not Muslim or cannot be a Muslim. If you are a Muslim, certainly you are not intelligent person because your Allah is stupid, as I earlier stated in this video. Our Allah do not cause of heart to sever you after you have guided us and bestow on us mercy from your presence. You are the giver. Here, the Muhammad saying that you are guide, you are guiding us. But what type of guiding Allah is giving to the Muslims? A true Muslim who was born an innocent child, but when became the Hafiz or the well-known of the Quran and Islam, ultimately he converts into the terrorist, rapist and killer, as you seeing everywhere in this world. And Muhammad also committed such heinous crime or deeds as the rapes, killing of the non-Muslims, rape the non-Muslim women after looting them or robbed them and sold to the market of the Nazad in the Saudi Arabia. So such type of a prophet who was certified goon according to civil society. O Allah, you will gather the people for a day in which there is no doubt. Allah will never break his promise. There, in this verse, it has been stated there a resurrection day. This blind faith is also inhibits in the Christians, Jews, and also Sanatan Vedic Dharma, the next born, but it has not yet been proved by any scientific evidence or any other evidence. It yet has to be proven. That it means this verse is also a full of stupidity. As for those who disbelieve, neither their wealth nor their children will avail them anything against Allah. Those will be fuel for the fire. Here in Allah saying that which are the non-Muslim, they will be the fuel of the fire, of the hellfire. But Allah, but first we have to ascertain that there is any Allah or not. When we are not certain about this Allah, how it is possible that he will punish to non-Muslims and put them forcibly into the hellfire? This is only the assumption of Muhammad, who was the uneducated, uncivilized and barbaric in nature. And he created the Allah for his vested interest. Like the behavior of Pharaoh's people, those before them, they rejected our sign, so Allah sees them for their sin. Allah is taking retribution. There is no evidence of the Pharaohs. Actually, these are the mythological character only. So there is no question arise that Allah is strict in the retribution against the Pharaoh. This is on the fallacy. Say to those who disbelieve, means non-Muslims, you will be defeated and brought into hell as a full resting place. Allah has no power to defeat it or round it into hellfire, because Allah itself created a nuisance in the shape of the Muslims, who is killing by their bad nature, barbaric nature against the non-Muslims. It is the certain uh, certain numbers that the non-Muslims are being less killed in number by the Muslims, but the Muslims are being killed by the non-Muslim by outnumber, because the deeds of the Muslims are sinful, uh, not correct deeds, and against the civil society and the barbaric nature. Even the Allah allows the rape with the non-Muslim woman. Say to those who dislike, you will be defeated. Okay. There was a sign for you into two parties that met. One party finding the way of Allah, and other was disbelieving the so them with their own eyes, twice their number, but Allah support for his whenever he wills. Is that a lesson for those inside? Actually, this verse is belong to the Zange Badr, when the Muslims were only 303 and the non-Muslims were almost 100,000 people. But the Muslim defeated the Meccan army, that is the Jewish army or the non-Muslim army. This was only due to the arrowman of the Muslims. This is the by chance, not the Allah power, because Allah was very weak when Muhammad one tooth was broken in the war of Uhud. So Allah is not almighty, not powerful, but this was created by Muhammad for his vested interest time to time. Add-on for the people is the love of desire, such as women, children, and the piles upon the piles of gold and silver, and branded horses, livestock, and fields. These are the convenience of the worldly life, but God lies in the finest resort. Here it has been said that the horses, women, children, piles heap of the gold and silver is nothing. But this life is nothing, but after death is life very beautiful and very proud in life. But Muhammad was engaged in this life when he was alive to looting the caravans of the non-Muslims, raped with the non-Muslim women, and looted the even crops of the Jews, hard earning crops by the Jews. Muhammad was a perfect robber. After mature the crop or ripen the crop, and he made so many bonded, so many negotiation with the Jews by the force of the sword, and they were compelled, the Jews were or non-Muslim were compelled to give the money to this Muhammad in the shape of the jizya, ransom, because Muhammad was the perfect robber according to Quranic verses. Shall I inform you something better than that? For those who are righteous, means Muslims, dear Allah are gardens beneath which river flow, which they remain forever, purified spaces, except from Allah. Allah is observant of the servant. Here Allah is saying that I will give you the canals, the rivers of the flow. But Allah could not give a single river in Saudi Arabia where the Muhammad was born, either in Jordan, the Petra, or in the Makkah. This is not clear that Muhammad was in Makkah or the Bakka, because there was no Makkah or Bakka at the time of the birth of the Muhammad. Those who say, our Allah, we have believed, so forgive us our sin and save us from the suffering of fire, the patient and the truthful and the reverent and the charitable and the seeker of the forgiveness at down. Allah bears witness, there is no Allah but He is, as do the angels and those endowed with knowledge, upholding injustice. There is no God but Allah the Mighty. If you are Muslim, then if you are the rapist, no problem. If you are killer, no problem. If you are the killer of the non-Muslim, no problem. Allah has no problem. It seems Allah is the gangster or head of the gangster of the killers, robbers, and this is why the Muslims are creating nuisance after reading the Quran. And the Imam Yasir al-Wazidi of the Chicago, a terrified terrorist who are living in the Chicago, my appeal to Donald Trump, please dragged out from this gone from your country, and in India certainly he will be in jail, as his maternal uncle was a rapist in America and was in the jail and dragged out from the United States of America, because every true Muslim is a rapist, because Muhammad was also a rapist, and because Islam allows the rape with the non-Muslim woman after capturing them. Religion with Allah is Islam. Those to whom the scripture were given differed only after knowledge came to them out of every among themselves. Whoever rejects the sign of Allah, Allah is quick to take account. Allah is nothing quick to take account, because Allah was very weak. Allah was sleeping, or took the drugs or the piles or the ganja, opium, or the heroin, where the Muhammad tooth was broken in the Uhud war. Allah was sleeping there, because Allah is full of intoxicant material, and all the Muslims are full of the intoxicant materials. This is why they are following the Allah and the stupidity of Allah, or the fallacy of the Quran. If they argue with you, say, I have surrendered myself to Allah and those who follow me, and say to those who were given to scripture and to Allah, have you surrendered? If they have surrendered, they are guided, but if they turn away, then your duty is to convoy. Allah is seeing of the servant. Here is Allah made the spy as the Muslims who are seeing our character, that the non-Muslim character, and we are turned away from the sight of Allah. Allah is well knowing. Allah is nothing knowing. Allah is a puppet created by Muhammad, and in the name of the Muhammad, he was a perfect robber, killer, and the rapist of the non-Muslim woman during his lifetime. He was pedophile, and he disguised this all heinous deeds in the name of the Allah, or as Male Ganimat, means perfect robbery of the woman. So this is the first series of the book of this chapter 3, Surah Al-Imran. Thank you very much. See you another. Wish you very happy New Year to all, with prosperity, with well-being, and with intelligence. And I hope that if the Muslim began the intelligent, certainly they will leave the Islam in 226 AD. I hope so. Thank you very much. See you.